Hello everyone, this is Shara and yes, I'm back. First off, I want to apologize for not uploading anything in the past couple of months, as I was busy with my job and some other stuff, and I didn't really feel like making videos in the meanwhile. Now that I have started playing Chivalry recently again before the patch came out, I enjoyed it a lot. But ever since the patch happened, I feel like this isn't the game that I used to play. It feels like a dumbed down version of Chivalry. I'm shocked how much they changed the game after almost a year. Like, those changes were really major and not something like, I don't know, balancing changes. It really goes deep into the game mechanics. It's like all those who have put hundreds of hours into the game were slapped in the face. In this video you'll see me how I cope with the man-at-arms changes during the Steam sale with a team full of rank 10 or less, against some decent players. First off, I don't mean to be a whiny bitch about the man-at-arms changes, as I cope with them just fine. It feels a bit more slower and sluggish, especially due to the reduced stamina pool now. From my personal point of view as a man-at-arms on this patch, it's obvious that I don't like the changes. I mean, almost no one has played man-at-arms pre-patch, and now it's even less. Besides that, man-at-arms dodge is buggy, since you cannot dodge while flinched, leaving you wide open for a follow-up, which you have to parry or else you'll die. The man-at-arms is far less deadly and quick than he used to be. The fire pot has been nerfed, for example, dodging has been nerfed, and the reduced stamina pool makes it really hard to utilize feints, dodging, parrying and combos at the same time. As I said, the game feels really dumbed down with the addition of several new features, quote unquote. The special days when parrying out of stamina leaves you open for 2 seconds now, which is way too much. You can see me dying a lot because of this in the video. It's really stupid. It feels like a fucking eternity when you're standing there for 2 seconds. You can even move your mouse, you can look around, but you cannot do anything. You can't move, you cannot parry, you cannot attack. It's just, you know, you're just standing there. Execute me! Another bad feature in my opinion is the new panic parry. It makes the game so extremely easy for beginners. In the last patch it was punishing to miss a strike as it leaves you open for a brief moment. Now even with a flamberge or a sledgehammer, you can't close in anymore. You see them miss, move in for a step, and then can parry during the recovery animation. Like, you wouldn't think the attack is finished, and he parries, like right in the middle of his attack. That's what it looks like. So just spamming the right mouse button after an attack will most likely save your ass. Sure, a panic parry costs a bit more stamina, but that doesn't justify being almost invincible and literally forcing a slow and boring game dynamic. As in parry, attack, parry, attack, parry, attack. My turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. This is just fucking boring. That's not the game I want to play. You're basically forced to strike drag, feint, or other cheap tactics to score a hit quickly, instead of just punishing them for missing. Now this is another big problem, as it turns the game into a game of numbers. So outnumbering someone, no matter how good or bad, will most likely end up in killing the person, either due to stamina shortage or not being able to punish their mistakes. Same goes for combo feinting or even combo feint into parry. Those features really increase the skill ceiling of Chivalry. Now what I have found out, if you try to pull this move in the current patch, you're basically spreading your ass wide open for someone to come in and attack you. Combo feint into parry takes a lot longer than just panic parry. Why remove something that takes some timing and skill? I'm really disappointed. And now that they have removed all these skillful moves, they made the game really boring for me and others to play. We don't need them to kill someone or score a high KD ratio. The point is that the players who are not willing to go through the learning curve of this game will be slaughtered. But we as the customers who have been playing this game since release or even throughout the beta have played the game because we loved the way the mechanics worked. And now they cater to noobs to please the newcomers who don't want to learn the game, instead of the veterans who have supported this game throughout release. The patch came out shortly before the Steam summer sale. Coincidence? I think not. But that's not all what the patch has brought. Several mechanics have been changed, including the collision bubble, which feels extremely weird in the game. You can still face suck and daggers are now enormously large. Oh, and maybe it's just me, but it feels like the bubble counts as hitbox. I've had several weapons pass right in front of my nose, which would never hit me, yet they do. The patch hasn't really fixed anything. In fact, it has brought a lot of bugs back, which were fixed in previous patches. Ghost strikes, phantom strikes, and a few new ones I have noticed. Really frustrating for archers. Cancelling an arrow from a bow now removes it from the ammo count, instead of saving it. And getting hit while or after reloading a crossbow and aiming down sights can trigger another reload, leaving you wide open for an attack. Since we're already at the archers now, I don't really get what Torn Bananas was thinking. This patch has buffed archers to an extreme, with the increased projectile speed and increased reload speed of crossbows. I don't get it. Why make the easiest class even easier? On top of that, the melee weaponry of the archers have been buffed too. For example, the thrusting dagger can two-shot vanguards in the back now. It's easy to score the extra backstab damage, even when standing in front of someone. The saber has been buffed in speed and in range, now completely outclassing the short sword, and the broad dagger that I used to love is now outclassed by the thrusting dagger. Vanguards have received a major buff with a sprint attack, and the ultra fast claymore, making it really frustrating to have a team full of vanguards. They will run up to you and yell, "Yaha!" Team kill. I hate it. I really hate it so much. Knights were brought down a bit with nerfs on their primary weapons. The only viable sword for knights at the moment is the Messer. The others feel really weak compared to like a broadsword. Warhammer, Sledgehammer and Bearded Axe are somewhat decent, but the rest feels not like a knight anymore. But for all of those who have enjoyed the game how it used to be pre-patch, there is hope. If you haven't heard of it yet, you should check out Chivalry's ProMod. It is basically giving us the game back we used to love. All the beloved mechanics and a lot of new features. One of them is the free-for-all duel mode, where you have to bow down to initiate a duel, kind of like in Jedi Academy, and only those within a duel are able to attack each other. I still hope Torn Bananas will push the game into the right direction, and maybe even revert the latest patch. If not, I'm afraid this will end up in splitting the community, and those who want the game to be complex and challenging to end up playing ProMod instead of the live version. Oh, and you can expect a preview of ProMod coming from me soon, and some of the gameplay footage of yesterday's puck. It's a lot of fun. It is really the game I used to love, and it's amazing. If you want to try it out, I'll leave a link in the description for you. Other than that, I can only repeat myself on how bad I think this patch really is. I've been inspired by Hexen's video on the patch to do some ranting about it myself. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. I don't have anything further to say about the patch, so I will let you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm sure you will like that kill streak which is about to happen. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video of me bitching about the patch. For those who are still interested in Chivalry, I will upload from now on at least once a week until October. See you on the battlefield. Share out.